it was like a week after that they start doing the sale, and I was like, you motherfuckers. But hey guys, it's me. Today we're going to be doing a review on the gravity weighted blanket. I have a link down below, but I just wanted to touch on some things. So let me pull up the receipts and we will get into it. All right, so I was on Instagram, like many of y'all tend to be, and I saw an ad for a weighted blanket. Now, backstory is I love weighted blankets. I had one from, they have them at Walmart. I don't know if they still do because I had mine probably 2 years ago. I bought it. But they're $50 and I think they're 20 pounds. They might be 15, but I think they're 20. Somewhere in there. They're $50. I loved that thing. They had like a more cool side, and they had like a more like cover feeling side that wasn't as cold. And I loved it. Long story short, I kind of forgot it at my Virginia house. I should say my parents' Virginia house, because when I say my Virginia house, it sounds a little more than my pay range. Anyways, so I forgot it over there. My car was packed. I couldn't really fit anything else. So I've had no weighted blanket all this time. So when I was on Instagram, I saw that Gravity Blanket, never heard of the company at all, was having a sale on weighted blankets. So I was like, okay. So the first thing I did, I don't buy anything through an Instagram ad. So I looked up the company on Google, looked at reviews and stuff like that. And it said it was like in magazines and promoted on TV and blase. So I was like, okay, I could probably trust the company. So I went on to the site and I saw that, sorry, my nose is like itchy. Anyway, I saw that the ombre blankets that are usually like $205, I think it said, were on sale for $50. Now, I want to say at the beginning of this video that they are still doing a BOGO sale, so you can go over there and get a $50 15-pound blanket and then get another one for free. I think that's what they're doing right now. When I purchased, they weren't. It was like a week after that they start doing the sale, and I was like, you motherfuckers. But yeah, I think they're doing that right now. Anyways, so I purchased the tan ombre blanket from them. So yeah, so I got an email and it said expect to receive your stuff within 5 to 7 days, and I'm like, cool, whatever. They said that they were gonna like send me shipping and all that, blase. Cool. I ordered my blanket and I'm waiting, you know. Next thing I know, it's a week later. It's actually a week and a day later. And I'm like, all right, that's weird. I'm like checking my shipping, shit hasn't shipped yet. Like, they sent me the tracking link, but the shit, hey, it hadn't shipped. And it's a week later. So, you know, you minus the weekend. So that's 5 business days, right? And I'm like, okay, it said 5 to 7 business days, but to get my stuff. So why is this saying it's still across the country 5 business days later? That's weird. So, you know, as I do, I contacted the company and I was like, hey, I was just wondering like if I can have an update or is something happening, because it said I should have my product within 5 to 7 business days, and it's been a week and it hasn't even shipped yet. Like, you know, I just look for some kind of communication. Do I have a booger? Because my nose is freaking irritating. Anyways, no, like, for real, do I? Anyways, so no answer, and I'm like, okay. So I sent an email the next day. Look, I just want communication like, you can say, oh, I'm sorry, we forgot to ship it, and I might be a little pissed in my head, but I'm gonna be like, okay, you know, please stay like in contact with me, like give me some kind of communication as to what's going on if that was the case. I just want some kind of communication, because I just spend my money on this and I want to know what the fuck's going on, when it could have, like, you're giving me a range of days where it could be to me, and it's past the day that it could be to me. Not the full range, but it's past the day when it could be to me, and it hasn't even shipped yet. Like, that looks weird. Especially when at that point I start looking up like deeper into the reviews, and it was like, no, I didn't look into like the reviews on Google. I went to their Instagram page, because like I said, I don't order anything off of Instagram, so I don't always go to their page. I'll just exit out of Instagram and look it up on Google. So I went to the page and I saw like people being like, scam company, blah, blah, and I was like, hell no, not with my money. So then I went to the Instagram page, saw the scam. I was like, hell no. So then I emailed them again the next day, because I was like, y'all tripping, you're playing with me, and I don't like to be played with in most cases. So then I didn't hear anything, and I'm like, okay, like, y'all playing with me. So why on a Sunday did I get home from work and I see a gravity package? And I'm like, first of all, barely anybody delivers on a Sunday, so I mean, it's not weird, but it's a little bit weird. But anyways, why did I just email you on Friday and nothing had moved? Nothing. Or I emailed them sometime recently. It was either on a Friday or a Saturday, and nothing had moved. No ship days still across the country, and I'm just like, what's going on? Could it have been an issue of them just simply not updating the tracking? Sure, but like, it's still weird. Like, on my side of things, I don't know what's going on, and I'm just reaching out for some communication. And I get home and it's there, and I'm like, okay. And then it's always the next day after, like, it always happens where something is taking longer than it should and the shipping's not moving, and then you email them, and then your package always shows up the next day. And then the next day after that is always when they answer. They couldn't answer you before, the 2 days before, the 2 business days before, and they had full business days, but they can answer you right when you'll package it. That's weird. It always happens. Like, anytime that has ever happened to me, they always answer either the day the package gets there, which is like right after I email them like, hey, where is it? Or it's like the day after, and they're like, oh, it said it got to you. And I'm like, well, yeah, I can fish. Anyways, so I just wanted to give you a little backstory about the actual, what the hell the shipping looks like. I know it's been like 8 minutes and I haven't talked about the actual blanket, but I just wanted to let you guys know the hoopla, just in case you do want to order for them and the same thing happens. I don't want you to get too worried, because just send them an email and that shit will show up like magic. So anyways, the actual blanket, it's not huge. Here, let me see if I can move without knocking the camera down, because I already started to knock it down a little bit. Okay. So I will say, it's definitely its weight. This thing kind of heavy, to be honest. And when I hurt my back, I didn't think I said in this video, but I fell on some stone stairs at work, and so this is the blanket. If you could see, like, it's not huge, but it's not tiny either. I would say it's a nice blanket. There's like 2 type of people who like who can deal with weighted blankets, and I am the person who likes to be completely covered, but my boyfriend has also started using this kind of, and he prefers it just to be across his midsection, like his feet has to be free. As a weighted blanket, if I'm just talking about the weighted blanket, no company hoopla or nothing like, or anything like that, I really like the blanket. I think it's definitely worth $50. I wish that it did have like a cooling side and a more like warmer side, like the one from Walmart did. And the one from Walmart was a little bit bigger, I believe. So that's also a good option. I don't know why this one is originally $205. I would never in my life pay $205 for this blanket right here, ever. It's not worth it. It's worth $50. It is nowhere near worth $205. So if they hike their prices back up to what they were, I don't recommend it at all. I think there's a lot of other good choices, but I guess, I don't know, at the same time, I don't want to, like, if they're putting quality materials into these things, because as an American, we're used to, I'm just gonna say as an American because I've never been like out of the country, and I'm not about to talk on anybody else's quality or what they're used to, but as an American, I think that we've grown used to like fast manufactured material. So the one from Walmart could be some shit ass material compared to this, but I can't really tell, you know. It's not really like a polyester to cashmere type of comparison. They feel the same. They feel the same, except for the one with Walmart had two sides and this one has one. So that's why I'm saying I don't think it's worth $205. They do have glass beads inside of them. You can't feel the beads. With the one from Walmart, you could kind of hear the beads when you like move the blanket around. This one just feels like a heavy blanket. You can't really feel anything. You don't really hear any beads. So, oh, if I press really hard, I can feel like the beads, but you don't really hear anything moving around or anything like that. But yeah, I really like the blanket. I would pay even $70. maybe if I had spare money lying around and I had everything I wanted and didn't have a purpose, and I saw the blanket for $100, maybe. $205, absolutely not. So yeah, on just the blanket without the price, I recommend it. If they're still having the BOGO sale, jump on it as fast as you can and get two. They're 15 pounds, and I just really recommend it. I think they're usually weighted blankets are based on weight, like your weight. So I would look into that a little bit more if you've never had a weighted blanket. I would not suggest this blanket for children. I would say at least like 16 and up, but again, I'm not a professional when it comes to what is good for your body and how much weight is good to sit on you. But I would say, like, just from how I feel with it, I would probably do like 16 and up, and that's like, you know, whatever. I just realized my necklace is on backwards because I can feel his little booty right here. Anyways, so yeah, that is my review on the gravity weighted blanket. Sorry it's kind of all over the place. I just wanted to cram everything in there, let you know about my experience, let you know about my thoughts on the price, and stuff like that, and then just a base of the blanket itself. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next video. If you have any other questions pertaining to this blanket, go ahead and leave them down below and I will get back to you. I'm pretty quick on getting back to YouTube comments unless I don't have my phone at work or I'm asleep. Otherwise, I answer them pretty quickly. So yeah, if you have anything, leave it down below and I'll see you next video. Bye.